Today we're at the World Cup round 3 in Andorra. It's really high in altitude, 2,000 meters, and it's deep in the Walnord Mountains. Racing to me means almost everything. I love to go to a race weekend because it makes the weekend so special to me. The beginning of my season was pretty unlucky. A mechanical problem and a crash took me out of the first 2 World Cups, and now my goal is clearly to go in the top 10. We traveled to a race a few days earlier. These days it's all about the race. We don't do much else than just sleep, get up, eat and go to the racetrack. Usually I do a run and come back to the pits and talk to the other team members and talk about lines, or talk to my mechanic and talk about the bike setup. And yeah, it's all about to get faster on that one run.
So Yannick has been requesting specific setup for this type of race because it's really steep. So we've been adding a couple spaces under the stem to raise up the cockpit.
Nick can do well on any track out there. So he's done well on all sorts in the past, from high speed to technical to steeps.
Yeah, walking the track with Nick is always good. It's better to have 2 sets of eyes for sure, because we can work together and we always analyze some things and help each other out.
When we do a track walk with the team, we just have a look at all of the lines and figure out which line we want to start practice on and have some options. But you don't really set a line you want to race at. Usually in practice I start riding pretty slow and get into the track and figure out where my lines are. I do about 10 to 15 practice runs before the race run, and I also do some helmet cam runs and have a look at it at the evening, and I think it's really helpful to write it down another few times mentally.
Generally, he's a pretty easy guy to get along with, and he may seem like he's chilled out and always making jokes, but on the inside, you know, he knows how to focus into the race.
I started pretty good in my race run. I had a solid top part, but when I came further down, I started thinking you don't want to mess it up, so I stepped back a little bit. I finished 22nd. It's not really what I wanted. It's still a solid result and it's good to build on. I know for myself I'm getting faster towards the end of the season, and I can't wait to do the next races.